Hey guys, how's it going? It's Dynasty Reloaded coming back at you guys with part 2 of our custom bosses tutorial. And in this episode, I'm going to be telling you guys how to spawn in the zombie, give them custom weapons, and just give them enchanted armor and stuff like that. And to start off, I actually needed to do a little update on yesterday's video because I looked back at the video and noticed that there was a it didn't import something right. That kept off the S whenever I tried to do the shortcut. And it said custom entity type. It should be custom entity types, and it should be imported as net.minecraft.server.v 1.8, whatever you have. And yeah, so I just needed to get that one out there so you guys don't like mess it up or anything, because if you don't have that, you're going to get errors and it's not going to work. So just to start off in here, we need to start with his egg. So we're going to make an item stack for that. We're going to do public static item stack, and we were going to call it flash. And we're going to go ahead down here and start on that. We're going to say flash equals new item stack. And we're going to make it material.monster egg. We're going to give the player 1, and we're going to make it a short value of 54. So 54, there we go. And that's pretty much just going to give us that. We need to import item stack, or else we're not going to get it. And we need to import material from org.bukkit.material. And now we're going to give it some item meta. The item meta we are going to call flash meta. We're going to set the equal to flash.getItem meta. And now we need to give it its stuff. Hold on, we need to import our item meta. We're going to do flash meta dot set display name, chat color dot red plus a blank string just so we keep the red, and we're going to do chat color dot bold, and we're going to say the flash, just like that. And there we go. So now we can import chat color, and just for later on, so we don't have to do this later, we're going to take out chat color, and we are going to go up here to our imports, make it a import static, and then org.bukkit.color.asterisk, and that way it imports all the colors, and all we got to do is do this, and it automatically makes it static. So now we're just going to do flash dot set item meta to flash meta, and there we go. So now that we got that done, we're going to just go down and start working on our spawn method. So we're going to need to make an event handler. This is where the listener is going to come in. Event handler public void on player spawn boss. And I'm going to make it a player interact event. Interact event. There we go. And we're going to say if e.getAction is equal to action dot right click block, then we can continue. And we're going to say if e.getPlayer dot get item in hand is equal to flash, and e dot get player dot get item in hand dot get item meta is dot equals flash dot get item meta. That way we're making sure they got an item in hand of a zombie egg, and then we're also making sure that they have the meta. Which later on, what we're going to be doing, we're going to make it so the egg has a custom Enchantment Glow, and that way it'll pretty much just work with this. But we're going to have this just in case there's any data leaks or anything. It'll help out later on in case something messes up for any reason at all. It shouldn't, but that's just a catch-22 type thing, just so it never messes up. So we're going to do public void zombie death. So we're going to get whenever he dies, we're going to start spawning in items. And we're going to say entity death event. Where's it at? Entity death event. There we go. And we're going to say if e.get entity is in the instance of entity zombie. Actually, we're just going to say zombie. We're not going to say entity zombie. We can just say zombie right here. And then we're going to keep going to make sure it's not like a skeleton or something. Then we're going to say if e.get get entity dot get custom name is equal to null, then we are going to return, because he obviously doesn't have a custom name. And then we're going to say if e.get entity dot get custom name dot equals ignore case. Actually, yeah, we can just do dot equals, because we're just going to do flash dot get item meta dot get custom name, because after he gets spawned in, then he's automatically going to have the name of the egg. But before he spawns in, he has the name that we set on the other class in our custom entity zombie class right here. So later on we're going to be using this name right here, but right now we're going to be using this name for the egg. Alright, so now that we got that, we're going to say a for statement. So for, we're going to make an integer d equals 0, and we're pretty much just making the drops right now. So d is less than 64, so we're going to drop 64 items, and we're going to say d plus plus. So every time it goes through the loop, it's going to add 1 on. And now we're going to say item diamond equals e.get entity dot get world dot drop item, and then we're going to say e.get entity dot get location, and we're going to put new item stack, and that new item stack is going to be material dot diamond, and we are going to drop 1, and we're going to import item from org.bukkit.entity, and we are going to make 2 of them because I want to make gold, and this is going to be gold underscore ingot. So pretty much we're going to be dropping 64 gold and 64 diamonds. And this next thing we're going to do, you can't really do on the new updates for Bukkit, because they kind of took this method out just because it caused a little bit more lag, and this doesn't really matter, but if they ever change it back, this gives it a cool effect. So we're going to do math.random, and we're going to say plus 1, pretty much. So it's going to get a random number and add it to 1. And then we're going to do float y. Actually, they're all going to equal the same thing, so it's easier just to copy and paste. Oops, here we go. Let's delete that. There we go. So y, z. There we go. Alright, so now we're just going to actually set a vector. So we're going to say diamond dot set velocity to a new vector, and this vector is going to be x comma y comma z, and this vector you got to import from org.bukkit.util actually, and we're going to do the same for gold. So gold dot set velocity new vector x y z. So pretty much if they didn't actually do that in the new update there, where they make each item group up together if it's the same type of item, this would make them all scatter out different directions. But since obviously they made it so where all of them group up, they're just going to go all in one direction anyways. So after that, we're going to actually make him drop a sword, like a boss sword. So we're going to say flash sword, or no, sorry, item stack flash sword equals new item stack material dot diamond underscore sword. Then we're going to do item meta fs meta, just to keep it short, equals flash sword dot get item meta, and we're going to go down here and say fs meta dot set display name to aqua plus what should we call this? Flash's sword. Pretty simple. And that way it's going to be aqua. Like I said, we made it static earlier, so all you got to do is put the aqua. We're going to say flash sword dot set item meta fs meta, and bam. And now we're also going to add some enchantments to it. So we're going to say flash sword dot add enchantment dot damage all. So we're going to give it sharpness. We're going to give it a level of 4. We're going to say flash sword dot add enchantments. Enchantment dot let's see, durability. So unbreaking. Let's give it unbreaking a level 3. And flash sword dot add enchantment. Enchantment dot let's give it knockback. We'll give it a knockback level of 1. And there we go. So whenever we give them that item, it'll pretty much give them all that stuff. And we're just going to spawn the entity in. So e.get entity dot get world. If I can press the dot get world dot drop item. E.get entity dot get location. Oh, not get iLocation, just get location. And then let's add 0, 1, 0. Just so it doesn't spawn on the ground or anything, we're going to do that. And we're going to say flash sword. Alright, so now we pretty much got all the death drops out of the way. So let's go ahead and make it a spawn event. So this one is going to have, if you want to give him like armor or anything. So we're going to say boss spawn, or public void boss spawn, entity spawn event. Entity spawn event E, and we're going to pretty much make sure that he is our boss again. So we're going to say if e.get entity dot get custom name is equal to null, then we are going to return. And this is where we're going to go back to the other class and get the items. So get entity dot get custom name dot equals ignore case. And this is where you got to go back to the other class, our custom entity zombie. You're going to get his custom name since he's not spawned yet, or it's while he's spawning. We're going to give him that, and then we are going to continue. And right here we are going to say item stack flash sword. So we're going to give him his sword, and equals new item stack material dot diamond underscore sword, and we are going to say flash sword dot add enchantment dot damage all. So we'll give them sharpness 2, just give him something to work with so he's not like in the dust. And we are going to actually copy this a few times just so where he's not like in the dust. He has a lot of good armor. So helmet, and these are all going to be gold. So we're going to change this to gold helmet. This is going to be environmental protection. Or no. See, is it protection environmental, I think? Yeah, protection environmental. We're going to give that a enchantment level of 2. We're going to give them some gold chest plate. So gold underscore chest. Going to give this environmental protection also. But we're going to give them a 1 instead of 2. Let's go ahead and just copy these. I know I should have probably did gold helmet separately and then started copying and pasting, but oh well. We can type it in. So flash chest. Let me get that case sensitive so it's not like messing up later. Leggings and boots. There we go. So let's go through. Gold leggings and oops. Oh, what happened? Okay, there we go. Gold underscore boots. There we go. There we go. I forget the G on here. That's why. I was like, wait, what's going on? Alright, so these are all going to have environmental protection 1 instead of 2. And actually, we should give him thorns on the chest plate instead of environmental protection, just because that way he has something to knock you back, kind of, or at least hurt you if you're still hurting him. And it makes it more boss-like for me, because I feel like all the bosses end up having thorns on them. And yeah, so now, since it's an entity, we can't actually give him an item stack. We have to give him an NMS item stack. So we're going to have to convert it over. So we're going to say net.minecraft server, and then get your thing. And we're going to do .item stack. And we're going to say NMS sword equals craft item stack dot as NMS copy, and we're going to say flash sword, and this needs to be one word. I don't know why it got split up. I don't know why it got case sensitive like that. NMS sword. And yeah, so all these are going to be pretty much the same. We can just copy and paste these. Actually, it'll be a little bit easier than copying and pasting the last one, because all we gotta do is change this to helmet, chest, leggings, and boots. And we need to go ahead and change all these. So helmet, chest, leggings, and boots. There we go. Alright, so now that we got all those, we are going to actually cast craft living entity onto get entity, and we are going to get the handle and set equipment and set 0 to NMS sword. So 0 is the hand, helmet is 4, chest is 3, leggings is 2, and boots are 1. So we're going to go through and do all those. So helmet, chest, leggings, and boots. There we go. So let's set these to 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Perfect. So now we can just say get server dot get world world. There we go. E dot get entity dot get world dot get name, and we're gonna strike lightning there, just to give it a little bit of effect. We're gonna do e dot get entity dot get location, and bam. Alright, so now we gave it a little bit of an effect. So now we're actually gonna do the enchantment glow, like I was saying, just kind of give it a little bit of a boss feeling to it. So we're gonna say public static item stack add glow. We're going to say item stack item, and we're going to say net.minecraft server and then whatever version you're on dot item stack, and we're going to set that to NMS stack and equal it to craft item stack dot as NMS copy item, and then we are going to say MBT tag compound tag equals null if NMS stack dot has tag. Then we are going to say tag equals new NBT tag compound, and we're going to say NMS stack dot set tag to tag. So pretty much what this is doing, if it already has an enchantment, then it's going to set it off. That's supposed to be new, not net. I don't know why I put net there. MBT tag compound needs this. There we go. And now we're going to say if tag equals null, then tag equals NMS stack dot get tag, and we're going to say NBT tag list enchantment equals new NBT tag list, and tag dot set ench in a string to enchantment, and then we are going to say nms stack dot set tag to tag. Now we can go ahead and return craft item stack dot as craft mirror nms stack, and now we're going to have the enchantment glow. Now I'm just going to add another event handler to give us our item whenever we join. So on player join, we're going to say player join event e, and we're going to say e dot get player dot get inventory dot add item flash. And right now we don't have anything going through this add glow, so we need to go up to the top and actually add our glow onto the item. So we're going to go underneath flash dot set item meta. I'm going to say flash equals get, or what do we call that down there? Add glow. Sorry, add glow to flash. There we go. So that way we're setting it equal to something, and it's not just blank. So that should be everything. And I went ahead and made the plugin.yml between episodes, just so we'd have it done. And yeah, so like I already said, we had to go in and fix the NMS, just in case I forgot, to add entity types. And if you didn't do that, like I said, it's going to add a error. So you're going to need to add it up here and down here to make it work. So I will see you in game. Let me export it real fast, or y'all see me exporting it. There we go, and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, before we actually go in game, I actually have to fix something that I forgot to do on these item stacks right here for the boss spawn. We need to go ahead and change these names, because I had flash sword on all these, and we need to change them to flash chest right there, flash legs, and flash boots. There we go. So now that those are all changed, it won't cause any errors. I forgot to go back and change those because I copy and pasted them all just to speed this up, and I forgot to change them. I usually type them out. So let's go ahead and re-export. As you see, exporting, and we are going to /reload, and let's get rid of all three of these. Why is the horse on the tree? Alright, so let's disconnect and reconnect. There we go, we got our egg, the flash, so difficulty 3, time set night, and we are going to spawn it in. Did you see the lightning? And now let's actually, I'm afraid to go into game mode 0 because he will kill me instantly with no armor. So GMS, and as you see, he has like super speed, he has thorns, he's running super fast, and it's pretty hard to hit him. And if you don't have any armor, you're pretty much SOL on him. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. There will be a part 3 just to show you guys how to add in sell signs and stuff, and how to make certain prices for sell signs, like how Essentials has it in theirs, where they have like sell signs for all their stuff, and then you can also set the item value to it. So yeah, so whenever that tutorial comes out, it'll probably be tomorrow, it might be next week, because it's not really part of this tutorial in a sense, even though it is going to be to sell these bosses. It's not really part on how to build them. I showed you guys how to build them using NMS, and I even showed you how to get armor and all that through NMS. As you see, he has a ton of speed. You can also look at his health. It would take forever to kill, a lot longer than a regular zombie, as you see. And I'll also show you the death drops. It might shoot him everywhere just because I do have it set pretty high, and this might take a minute. Get out of here. There's a sword, so it flashes sword. As you see, all the loots that we gave on it are all the enchantments. The diamonds must have shot off. We probably set that a little bit too high because math.random, we forgot to set a max value on it. So it's probably like set to 500. And you can set it to whatever you want. I just have that set. I mean, you could even take it off and just have them drop it in the spot that they die. Or you could just have it set to 1, to be honest. Like, you could have it set to anything you really wanted to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure if this did help you and you're going to be using this to like the video. And if you really want to and you like the rest of my videos, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 200. I'm like right at the edge. I'm at 192. And I'm almost there. So thanks. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And later.